This is quiet. Somehow. I was just walking past. I don't really walk through this particular way that much, and then I saw this and I thought, oh, I'm thinking about something and maybe I'll try to film a video and talk about it. I feel like I look at these celebrities and I'm like, man, why don't they know how to be happy? Why don't they know how to be happy? It's just amazing to me what they're like. Somehow I was thinking about Ben Affleck and him deciding he was gonna, film in Boston, and I don't 226 unless 226 Boston school bus. I don't know. I mean, it seemed like maybe some of it was maybe to try to help. I don't know. But I felt like I just had to make it really clear, make it really clear. Again, no, I'm not gonna go out with you if that was something that he was also thinking. And then also there's so much that's happened with these people for so long that I felt like, well, I have no idea what I would say to you in person. I don't, And then as far as like the kind of just generally the way these people's lives have been and the way that they are and the things that they do, the things that they choose, there's just always seems to be kind of something that's not. They don't know what reality is. It's like 228LZ5, I think that was that car. They don't know what reality is. I mean, it's like, I don't know. When I was, the summer that I turned 18, I was in the hospital for the first time. I've talked about this, and then they had what they had then were these adjoining rooms. They still do that in a lot of hospitals where you have your room and a roommate, and then, or a couple of roommates, and then you share a bathroom with the next room. So there's a room and then a bathroom and then another room, and you each have a door into the bathroom, right? And you can lock each side of the bathroom door, so people don't walk in on you and that kind of thing. But what I did, the first few weeks that I was there, the first WB927, that's what that was. The first 2 weeks that I was there, one of the people in the adjoining rooms was this elderly man. And every morning he would get up and he would have diarrhea in the bathroom. And first of all, I could hear him. I was 17 years old. There was nothing wrong with my hearing, and I could hear him. And it was loud. And then when I had to go into use the bathroom, I had to clean his diarrhea off the seat every day for as long as he was a patient there. It was like it was like the first 2 weeks that I was there. And that was my introduction. That was my introduction to being in a mental hospital, or actually it was a psychiatric unit of a local hospital, our local hospital. And I just feel like, and they're just, and I couldn't even count the number of times in my life that I have wiped poop off toilet seat. Whether it was in mental hospitals, whether it was in other situations, certainly in homeless shelters. It's the kind of thing you do every day. Times when I've cleaned toilets for money. Like when I've been working, when I've been doing kind of janitorial work, that kind of thing. I mean, just so many days of that kind of thing. And I feel like, and that's certainly not. It's not like I'm not trying to like present my life in terms of its drudgery as opposed to these people. In terms of its drudgery, and to say, oh, poor me. It's more just, I had to accept reality and the reality of life and the reality of all sorts of things at a very, very young age. I mean, at an age when many, many people, at least in first world countries, are feeling invulnerable. I felt totally vulnerable. It was exactly what you're not supposed to be feeling at the age of 18. That's exactly what I was feeling. Like but over time, I learned to deal with life the way it really is. As painful as it is many, 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 many times. Very painful things can happen to you. And why this particular group of people and lots of other people have decided to inflict more pain on me. Here I am in middle age, and they just can never stop. They just kind of can't seem to bring themselves to stop inflicting more pain on me. I don't know why that is, because from my perspective, they have everything you could ever want, except they just don't know what to do with it. They have all the money they could want. They have all the resources they could want. They have people that they love, people who love them, but they just can't get it together. And they're always looking for someone to blame for that. For the fact that they're never happy. And it's like, what? There are things about life you can't do anything about it. Everybody gets old, everybody dies. Everybody's disappointed sometimes. Things don't always go the way you want them to do, the way you want them to. I mean, they all sound like platitudes, except you have it so much better than most of the world. You always have and you always will. So, why are you picking on me? And why can't you just, try to find a way to put your life together so that you're not so miserable? And you can't do that if you don't take life the way it really is. You can't. And I don't know what else to say about that. I don't.